who do you think Jim Justice really is?
Look, Jim Justice is somebody born on third base. He was born into great wealth, but unlike a lot of people born into great wealth who have served admirably, Jim Justice thinks he thinks he hit a triple to begin his life. Doesn't realize just how lucky and blessed that he was. We have a lot of folks in American politics born wealthy, like Franklin Roosevelt, John Kennedy. Here in West Virginia, we had Jay Rockefeller. Served very distinguished careers, despite being born into great wealth. Like they understand the plight of everyday people. They tried to put themselves in other people's shoes. Jim Justice can't do that. He thinks the world owes him a favor. If you look at his financial empire, he's been basically collecting sales tax money at the Greenbrier Resort, which he owns, and using that money to pay his other debts, which is illegal. He has a habit of thinking that's what is all of ours is his. He had his dog painted into the state capitol rotunda. There's now a painting of his dog. His personal pet is now emblazoned forever on our state capitol rotunda. He thinks that what's ours is his, and that's the last type of a role model you want to send to Washington to represent West Virginia on the national stage.
You kind of intimated that in you were quoted saying this part of the country is called flyover country for a reason. People often
Yeah.
disregard us. What do you
Yeah.
think people are forgetting when it comes to, the everyday West Virginian? And is
Yeah.
that why you threw your hat in the ring?
Well, look, part of the appeal of former President Trump in states like West Virginia is a lot of folks felt like we have been ignored here in West Virginia. And look, we continue to rank at or near the bottom in all these meaningful metrics of health, of wealth, of workforce participation, and education. So I don't blame people, for looking for something different, someone who can identify with them. Jim Justice goes to great length to present himself as a clone of the former president, but he's such a far cry from it. He can't understand the plight of everyday people. Look, I was born into a mobile home. Certainly, folks have grown up in worse conditions than I have, but I grew up in a very sort of lower middle class family. I understand the struggle that so many West Virginians face each and every day, and he doesn't. If you want to really appeal to West Virginians, you have to make it clear that you understand the struggle here. We have to change the way we think about ourselves and talk about ourselves and invest in ourselves. Jim Justice doesn't embody any of those values. He again, born into great wealth and just think the world owes him a favor. That's not going to move West Virginia forward. We need to give people the tools to bring themselves up. I know I'm tired of our state being a punchline for a lot of folks around the country. It angers me to no end when I hear West Virginia jokes. When I leave the state and tell people where I'm from. Jim Justice would go to D.C. and would basically confirm all those negative stereotypes about the state, and that's the last thing we need to do right now. We have an opportunity in the state to really turn the corner. Jim Justice doesn't know how to make that pivot, though.